Hey, howdy, it's me, Luna the Zen Witch, here with another unboxing video. It's really hot. It's really hot, so I'm shooting, but I've got my door open over there. I've asked my family not to go by, like, with no pants on or something. But, yeah, I mean, we've got one tiny little air conditioner that cools this whole place down. It's a big apartment, but it cools the whole place down if you follow the rules. And one of the rules is that all the windows have to be closed. Like if we open it up early in the morning because it's cool and breezy, they have to be closed before it even gets into the 70s or, above like 70 degrees, or we don't have a chance. And then the afternoon when the sun hits the front of the house, you got to close all the curtains in the front. My son is in his room with his window open and it's like a freaking blast furnace in there. So anyway, I'm leaving the door open so the house can stay cool, and you'll have to put up with the hum. That's all there is to it. But today, I'm really excited to show you this deck, Tarot de la Nuit. I just got this, and you hear me say that about a lot of decks because I am constantly buying decks, which your donations support. Thank you so much. So, Tarot de la Nuit by Alexandra V. Bach and Carole-Anne Eschenazi. It is published by Scarabeo. You see this beautiful box with the silver. And there's another image. 79 cards with book. And another image looking very Daenerys-y, actually. So, let's pop in. This is a cool box. I like this, that the lid pops off of. It wouldn't travel well. You would definitely have to have it in something to keep the lid from popping off, but it's a gorgeous package. Indeed. Okay. Chunky little book. And as always, book written by Carole-Anne Eschenazi, artwork by Alexandra V. Bach. And I'm going to read you this little intro. The copyright here is 2018. There's a beautiful image, color. All right. So the thing I want to read you is how this deck was created. It all started with the inspiration and imagination of a talented French illustrator, Alexandra V. Bach. Her wish as an artist was to create a whole universe in which darkness would have a deep beauty, a rich poetry, and its own light and black stars. She didn't want night to be bloody or gloomy or too gothic. Instead, she wanted it to appear in all its pureness and colored splendor. Beauty and darkness was always the way for Alexandra. Her creations, so full of symbolisms and expressionism, were meant to become a tarot one day, as tarot publisher Scarabeo soon sensed it. All it took was the contribution of a tarot expert who would wisely and meaningfully add words and significance to the images of the gifted artist. You can tell when you're reading something that's been translated into English. At least I can. That's when Alexandra met tarot creator Carole-Anne Eschenazi, who fell in love with Alex's material. Their collaboration gave birth to the Tarot de la Nuit, a unique deck placed under the feminine French romantic energy of its two creators. A deck placed under the feminine French romantic energy. Okay, like I said, it sounds like something that's been translated into English. Destiny has now brought this deck into your hands. Welcome in a world where dark femininity reigns. Should be welcome to a world. Get people that speak English. Where solitude is a strength, where fairy is close at hand, where melancholy brings enlightenment, and where dreams are real. So, why a Tarot de la Nuit? This deck is not another dark deck. It's a deck for those who are ready to go beyond appearances, those who are ready to find beauty and inspiration in most unusual places. Yet it goes by the same traditional tarot structure than Rider-Waite decks. Only the Rider-Waite deck is here transposed in a gothic, baroque, mystical, and mysterious world full of mythical creatures, black magic, and spells. Dark beauty is everywhere, revealing its deepest secrets and its nobility. So, down here, all the characters that you're about to meet in this deck are here to help you and to reveal profound messages to you. This knowledge will lead you through the night and will also guide you in your everyday life. So, you will find in the booklet for each card the main title of the card, the personal message from the character on the card, keywords, and divinatory meanings. So there's little personal messages. All right, let's look at the art, shall we? Very moony on the back. You know I love it. Face card. Just with the artist. and you can start to see here the quality of the artwork. It's absolutely stunning. Set her aside. The Fool. She is, she's kind of touching flowers. You can't really see what she's doing, whether she's stepping off a cliff. It kind of looks like she's sitting on a tree branch, but it's hard to tell. Reveal. There we go. Yeah, I mean, she looks like she's sitting in a tree. The Magician. Ooh, okay. Here's another deck that I want all the clothes from, and the hair, and everything else. There's the Magician. Flinging magic from one hand to another. The High Priestess. Again, very Daenerys-y looking. What do the B and the J stand for? Bina. And I can't remember. On her pillars, and look at the subtle moon by her feet. The Empress. Certainly relaxing in abundance. The Emperor, and look at him. So the Magician, you noticed, was female, and they've talked about this deck having this dark feminine beauty. There he is. But it is not entirely without men. And the Emperor is a glorious one. The Hierophant, another male. So they're definitely, they definitely look like Photoshop artwork. That's certainly photographed. But what I'm seeing with this deck, though, is it seems like there's not as harsh a boundary between the photographic image and what's been done to it. I know in, I think it's Sacred Circle cards, there's a harshness. It's like you can see a line where there's the photographic face and then everything else has been altered. This is a really, I mean, I'm questioning now, that's not a photograph, that's a drawing, right? Right? It's really difficult to tell, is the point. So, well done. There's the Lovers, the Chariot. Look at her on a flying carpet. Oh, what a great reinterpretation of the Chariot. Strength. Definitely very romantic. Look at the Hermit. Can I have that dress when I was in my 20s, please? The Crow and holding up the lamp. I mean, that looks like a photograph, but I can't flip and tell. It's just really difficult to tell. So you take the work as a whole, just take the artwork as a whole, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Oh. The Wheel. Look at the three fates. Spinning, measuring, cutting. I wish you would. I wonder if it'll focus a little bit better if I turn my light on over there. But I'm not gonna, because I don't want it on. There's the Justice card. I mean, if these are photographed, she's got some fabulous models. So here's the Hanged Man. Wow. Just hanging so peacefully. Death. Temperance. The duskiness and they're rich and beautiful, and I guess one could call them goth. Certainly that outfit is. Yes, I would have worn that on stage in a heartbeat. Maybe with something over the tummy. Tower. The Star. So you do have pretty true to the standard tarot, except this, I mean, there's a moon there, but this woman in this gorgeous gown. The sun. So I'm going to say these aren't photographic. I'm going to say this is just artwork, because they haven't mentioned, you know, I mean, even though the faces are photographically real, and the artwork is just stunning. There's the sun, Judgment, going into the graveyard. Oh, not cooperating. I don't know about you, but my internet has just been fucked up during this retrograde. Just weird. I mean, Facebook, my browser, everything. Trying to navigate and just do ordinary everyday things has been fucked up. The world. Look at the owl she's holding. And the triple moon belt. Gorgeous. I mean, if you had to make me guess, I would have said this was High Priestess or Moon, but it's the world, and it's beautiful. Okay. Suits, cups. The Two of Cups. Oof, 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 oof. They're so stylish. I mean, these are really super beautiful, stylish cards. This artist obviously has a hell of an eye. Three of Cups. See, that clearly is not a photograph in that one, but look, I mean, just wow. And a bunny, and a kitty, and a cakes. So yeah, I mean, just little things like Three of Cups, you talk about celebration, but I mean, it's like a tea party, and look at the cakes. Certainly says happy something. I just realized I have my fuzzy slippers on, and I'm hot. Hold on. Oh, that was a bird that just hit the window. Darling, are you okay? I mean, it flew away onto a branch. I think it was a dove. Not the brightest birds in the flock. It was okay. That happens a lot when you live next to the woods. There's Four of Cups. Just look at, you know, it's like emotional exhaustion. I have had enough. The doldrums. Certainly that sense of being in the doldrums, having no emotional energy to deal with. Five of Cups is a higher octave of those doldrums. Look at her isolated. This mermaid isolated on a rock. I mean, she's a mermaid, so she can, you know, dive on in there and get out of there anytime she wants to, but just that sense of isolation is pretty cool. Six of Cups. Memories. So usually there's, you know, children in the Six of Cups, and you see it's about reminiscences and happy memories and stuff. This one's certainly about reminiscences, but I don't know how happy they are. That looks like regret to me. Seven of Cups. You can certainly see the internal orientation of this card, thinking about things that might have been, wondering, and all the what ifs and stuff. You can certainly see that. Eight of Cups. She is happy to be moving on. She's like, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Done with you. Nine of Cups. The wish card. Look at that. It looks like she's, I mean, there's a frog. She's in the water. There. Okay, so there's churchy stuff going on in the background. But she's like, looks like she's in the water in lily pads, and there's a frog. I don't understand. But it's the wish card, and I like the thing she has in her hair. Please, thank you. Ten of Cups. And this is what I call the happy family card. She's got flowers. I mean, I don't see her looking particularly happy here. Certainly when you look at the tens of suits, they are the culmination of the energy of that suit. So this is kind of the pinnacle of emotional, so satisfaction, I suppose that would be. Page of Cups, another mermaid. Saucy. Knight is female. Queen. And king. Hello. Hello, lover. Look at him. He gets closer and closer and closer. Oh, come on. Hop in for me. God dang, he's gorgeous. There we be. Hi, buddy. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. What's she got on her face? Is it blood? Let's find out. Two of Pentacles. Oh, look at it. Cinderella. Look at the pumpkin coach in the background, and she's got, what does she have in her hands? Like lamps or something. Looks like she's making an escape into something. Three of Pentacles. Mastery. So I think, you know, to read these like standard tarot, you really have to know what the standard tarot depicts. I wouldn't necessarily look at this card and get mastery. I mean, she's obviously doing magic. There's, you know, sparklies coming out of her hands, and she's sort of looking up. But yeah, I wouldn't get the standard meaning just by looking at that. Four of Pentacles. She's kind of locked away. That looks like, I mean, it looks like a waterfall. Is she inside? Is she outside? Giant moon. Hard to tell. Looks like Melania Trump. God help me. Okay. Five of Pentacles. That's the out in the cold card, and she certainly looks on the outside. Six. This is the one about money that's not worked for and gifts. So you look at the coins falling out of her hand. It's abundance and more to give. So that plays. Seven of Pentacles. All dressed up with her ballet slippers in her hand, but she's like gouging her own shoulder. And there's black. Oh, this is Black Swan. Wow. Okay, we're going to look at her too. Eight of Pentacles. Which is apprenticeship. I mean, okay, she's sitting on an open book. And she's got kind of wings, so I guess we could get study and scholarship out of that. The nine talks about having your own wherewithal, your own palace and place to be. The 10 of Pentacles. Abundance. Having lots of resources. I guess one leg is up and she's balancing on one foot. It's kind of hard to see what the posture is, but look at the headdress. Wow. Pop! Good God. How do you guys even stick with me through these things? I get so obsessed. There she is. Yes, there's one leg up. I mean, I have to hold it up to the camera so I can see. There's the Page of Pentacles, holding a snowflake, very Elsa-ish. Knight of Pentacles, another female, very Daenerys looking. The Queen. And the King. So the female, the feminine elements have female knights. Let's see if that holds. If we get males for the male. There's the Ace of Wands. The Two of Wands. Alas, poor Yorick. Look at that. Three of Wands. Are you a mermaid? Are you not? I can't tell if she's in water. She's holding a skull too. And a something, a staff in her hand. Ooh, look at the, okay, look, can you see the head of the staff? Rawr, look at the staff. Ooh, okay, there's the 3, there's the 4. The marriage or collaboration card, blending of energies. Just kind of dreaming. 5 of Wands. Okay, so these energies, usually Five of Wands shows people like battling each other with staffs, staves. They're just disconnected. So I usually interpret the Five of Wands talking about a lot of energy being expended, but nothing's really coordinated toward a purpose. I can definitely see the not coordinated toward a purpose or not in agreement. There's Six of Wands, the Victory card. Seven. That really has an echo of the standard. You know, usually somebody with a wand is holding off six others, and that certainly looks like it. Eight of Wands, things happening fast. Again, she's kind of looking wistfully over her shoulder. So, I mean, this deck would take an investment of time and really learning what the cards mean to you and how they reflect the standard. Nine of Wands, she certainly is holding the boundary there. Look at her face. Please. Yep, she's on the lookout. Ten of Wands. Oh, looky here. Her gown is on fire. She's wearing this fabulous gown. It's fucking on fire. Okay, that's pretty descriptive of uh-oh. Uh-oh. More than I can handle. There's the Page of Wands. There's the Knight of Wands. Okay, well, she's female too, clearly. So it looks like everything but the kings and a couple majors are female. Queen of Wands. Look at her. Ooh. And then the king, who clearly is a vampire. And got blood dripping down his face. Then we come to the swords. This is a very chunky deck, as you can see, and it's kind of slippery. Ace of Swords. Now this one looks less photographic than like most of the other ones. Two of Swords. No blindfold, but oh, there's a dead dude down here. Look at like the mermaid done him in. Three of Swords. Broken-hearted. Ooh, man. Four. Talking about rest, a break from the clock. Five. Doing battle. Come at me, bro. The six. Sort of making your way purposefully forward toward a goal, kind of. Yes, I can see that. She's in a boat. Seven of Swords. The Thief card, but look at her. She's like busting away. Like, I am fucking out of here. I got your shit and I'm going. I like that. Eight of Swords. Okay, so this reads more like escape to me. And there's a clock there again. And sleeping, just kind of trying to escape the trap that you're in. I can get that. Nine of Swords. Yep. Blues in the night. She's got ballet slippers too. Ten of Swords. And just a second, we're going beneath the water. There's the Page. There's the Knight. Oh, hi, Jon Snow. So yes, obviously the Daenerys-y looking ones, and this one is just pure Jon Snow. You know? There's the Queen. And the King. And I'm glad I don't see anything else that's really overtly. And Angel de la Nuit. Now, the de la Nuit, it's kind of, affected français, franglais, because angel in French is ange, so it would be ange de la nuit, but this is angel de la nuit. So we've got the franglais mashup happening. All right, let's look at these two that I pulled out. The Ace of Pentacles, I wanted to know what's on her face. Okay, so there's a little phrase with each card. And the phrase for this one is, sow today, harvest tomorrow. I stand at the gate that opens up to the material world. I thus represent material abundance. Do not approach me with an abstract, dreaming mind. I command you to be down to earth and pragmatic. Seeds must be actively planted in the ground. The blood of life must be injected in your projects. You deserve the best, and the best you shall receive. On condition that you fill yourself with positive, efficient energy. Wealth is or will be around you. I bless you with good luck. Turn your hopes into tangible actions. Manifest your goals so strongly today if you want to harvest richly tomorrow. The keywords are new beginning, foundations to build, planting seeds, targeted plans. I love the writing. I love the writing. You get this succinct little phrase, sow today, harvest tomorrow, which means it's time to take a physical action. The Ace of Pentacles, time to begin, which is planting a seed. Very well done. And then the key words at the end, new beginning, foundations to build, planting seeds, targeted plans. Really well written. Now let's look at Seven of Pentacles and see what she's scratching the shit out of her shoulder for. Okay. The phrase is back to Swan Lake. I've worked hard in my body and flesh to get where I am today. It took time. I knew it would, but it bore fruit. Yes, it did. Look at my red ballet shoe. Look at my tiara. I am acclaimed on the world stage. So remember that Seven of Pentacles, just as a standard, shows somebody harvesting, like there's a vine with all these ripe fruits on it, which are the pentacles, but he's kind of leaning on his hoe and like, so it's sort of like a lot of labor going on and bearing fruit, but exhaustion. So to me, it sort of talks about burnout sometimes, of not able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay. Hard working pays off. It always does. Remember that. If you worked hard on something, reward will come. Be sure of that. Stay focused, concentrated, keep a long-term view. Right now I'm taking a break. I'm back at my Swan Lake among my own people, but the break won't take long. Soon hard work will start again, and I won't stop till my tiara becomes a crown. So the keywords are hard work, patience, long-term view, rewards to come, focus, and concentration. Okay. And clearly, with this, she's not afraid of pain. So that makes sense to me. Okay. We're going to souffle les cartes. I do want to look at Angel de la Nuit and see what she says. She comes at the very end. And this book, I mean, probably close to half of it in the front here is English. And there are readings, and then we've got this part is Italian, just that tiny little bit. And then we've got Spanish, that tiny little bit. And then there's French, that tiny little bit. So we've got, you know, all the languages like Scarabeo usually does, but they're much abbreviated. The ones that are not English are very much abbreviated. Okay. And looking at, yeah, see, look, each of the minors has a very small meaning in the different languages. It doesn't give you the phrase, so, wow, thanks, LS. So, okay, let's go to the Angel de la Nuit. Okay, bonus card. I am the angel of night. If you've picked me up, then my message to you is that your inner night is soon coming to an end. You may have walked in darkness for some time, but soon, very soon, a new full moon will rise and will show you the way. My phosphorescent butterflies are here to guide you. Believe in luck, believe in me, believe in you. My black soft wings are protecting you from now on. Into your here, I whisper my sweet lullaby. Into your here. I think it was into your ear. I whisper my sweet lullaby. Have no fear, honey. Everything is going to be fine. The night is nothing to be afraid of anymore, and the warm sun that you hold within is ready to shine again. Okay, cool. So it's kind of like a blank card. I think that could be easily treated as a blank card. Let's see how they souffle. Souffle de la Nuit. It's a chunky, kind of stiff deck. Certainly, whoa, oh, look what I done. Look what I done. I'll bent me card. Oh, fuck. Alright, I guess, I didn't hurt it that bad. But these, let's try a riffle shuffle again, and then I'm probably not going to do that again because they're not easy to handle this way. You can do it, you can accomplish it, but when you try to bend them to do that last thing, it doesn't work that well. So let's just cut shuffle 3 times. Oop, I am asking for a message. How many did I get? 2. We'll do 2 more cuts and then I'll take, never mind. Here's the Empress. So they are kind of slippery and they flip out easily when you do that. Maybe these 2 will be side by side, but let's look at the one that came face up and then we get a chance to look at the majors. Okay, the Empress, dreaming of an everlasting garden. And here, come look at her again. Okay. I am here to tell you that abundance is around you now. You must deeply connect to your feminine energy and give birth to all your potentials. I am the guardian of your inner garden so that you may feel free to express yourself. The night is young and the world is rich, full of flowers that wish to blossom. You are one of those flowers. You've been growing ideas for a while, and now is the time to bring forth those projects. Connect with the beauty of nature, be part of it truly. In your heart, listen to what Mother Earth has to say to you. I also encourage you to play a caring, nurturing, loving role for those around you. Feel and create abundance just like I myself serenely do. Keywords are abundance, protection, birth, fertility, nature, motherhood. Again, really well written. The meanings just, even if you didn't have the cards, just to flip it open, I really like, what's her name now? Carole-Anne Eschenazi. I really like her writing. I think I will be looking to see if there's anything else she's done. 8 of Swords is what we get there. And the phrase is prisoner of myself. Ooh. Yeah, well, I have to tell you, I already did a reading for myself with these cards. I did my 10 card, 3 sets of 3 and then a last one. And it hit like everything on the money. I find them very easy to connect to. I find the writing extremely relatable, really relatable, but not generically so, Okay, so prisoner of myself. I am a prisoner of my own shame and thoughts. I close my eyes not to sleep, but because I don't want to see the reality I live in. So there's the nod to the blindfold of 8 of Swords. I feel I'm a victim. God, this is just a great description of 8 of Swords in general. I've done what I could, but now there are no options left. My love letters are written with my blood, but no one will read them. I'm trapped. I can't make any decision. I won't take action ever again. I'm useless, powerless. But wait. I hear a gold whisper telling me to wake up, telling me that it's not all lost, that I should get my power back, that there is a way out of this bitter solitude. Should I lay here forever? Lie. Should I lie here forever? Thank you. Or should I trust the whisper? And you? What will you do? Oof, these are just very personally written. There's a lot of magic here. There's a lot of craft here. And the way she's written, the standard meaning of the 8 of Swords is that feeling of being trapped. If I don't have a choice, but it's just that you're not looking at the choices. And then she swings it around to go to the positive side. But maybe, this is what the call of the card is. It's time for you to wake up now. Keywords are inner prison, need to see things from a new angle, stopping over victimizing oneself. And I would say over criticizing oneself as well, because that is self-victimization. So, wow. And this one is 7 of Swords. I kind of thought those would be right next to each other, just because of how they came out when I was trying to shuffle. Okay, the Great Escape. So think about 7 of Swords, the Thief card. It talks about taking advantage or someone getting away with something, somebody taking something that doesn't belong to them rightfully. So, but this one, it's talking about escape. I've done something really bad. I have to run away before someone discovers my infamy. I wish the moon wasn't so bright. She brings too much light upon my running. Sorry. Oh, blimey, I feel I'm being watched. Oh. Oh, blimey, I feel I'm being watched. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So, this absolutely tells you that this was translated into English and somebody went and looked up slang and came up with blimey. That's fucking hilarious. I must run faster. What about you? I can see that you're escaping too. Let's meet in the forest later, then we'll be safe. What is it you're running away from? Too much responsibilities, commitment, work, love, whatever it may be, you don't want to deal with it. And I know that feeling. Of course, as a flight specialist, I could advise you to face reality instead of fleeing from it because systematic flight really leads nowhere. But I've no time for that. I must run. The keywords are dishonesty, escapism, running away, procrastination. And I mean, she's got her arms out and there's somebody behind her. It looks like she's home free to me, you know? But, blimey. Blimey, I feel I'm being watched. Okay, so we're talking about giving birth to ideas here and not being a prisoner of your own self-criticism and self-victimization. And at the same time, not dulling down. This is escapism through internalizing and just checking out. This is escapism through, procrastination and finding distractions in the outer world. So this is kind of distracting the inner world, that's distracting with the outer world and running away from problems. And this in the middle is saying it's time to stop all that escapism and get to work. Get your hands on the tools. So here in the beginning of the pandemic, there were things that went around of, now you can finally do all those things. You can lose that 20 pounds. You can write that novel. You can do it. And then pretty soon everybody was like, hold up, stop pressuring yourself. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody's freaking out. Be easy. You don't have to get all this done to be a worthy person. So we definitely called out that accomplishment culture thing. I guess, achievement as self-worth that was starting to happen there. But now, as things grind on, as things just continue developing, and we're not even done with the first wave and things are getting worse fast. So now is the time to say, okay, if this is what the rest of my life is going to be like, and let's face it, we don't know how long we're going to have to be vigilant the way we are. We do know that we're going to have to go back to being vigilant the way we were in the beginning, especially the way we were in Ohio. And we don't know how long this is going to go on. We just don't. We have new strains of the virus showing up. The one in Texas right now that's spiking cases off the charts, I'm hearing is more virulent and more contagious than the original strain. So things are mutating. This could be it. This could be our lives from here on out. So what are you going to do with it? How are you going to structure your life? And, we've done this part of I'm just going to sleep and eat and watch all of Netflix, So we have to come out of this stupor that we've been in and come out of just sort of running away from the reality of it and go, if this is my reality now and it's going to stay this way, how do I want it to be? Rather than just waiting until it's over with and vamping and treading water until it's over with. We need to create the life we want in the circumstances that we have now. And that's what I'm seeing this as, is the call to stop procrastinating, stop running away, stop sleeping your life away, sleepwalking, and start engaging with the life you have now rather than waiting for the life I had then to come back, because we don't know if that's going to happen. So see, I mean, just with the meanings of these cards and the three I took, they really engage. They trigger my wisdom and what I have to say. They are really great prompts to trigger your own wisdom. Unlike the Tarot of the Orishas that I did, what was it, just last week, where the meanings were just, what the fuck does that mean? This deck is written incredibly well. The artwork is absolutely stunning. It will draw you in every time. I got it. I just had it, on my wish list. And looking down the list, it's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to grab that one because it's beautiful. And I've noticed too that when I put some decks on my list, very quickly I'm seeing, oh, they're not currently available. So, man, am I ever in trouble wanting to buy things. But I've got a lot of great stuff to review for you. And I was doing some kind of some trends before, fairies and Afrocentric decks and shit. Now I'm all back to whatever, whatever I grab. But I have something really exciting for you next week. I can't wait. It's one I've been trying to get my hands on for years. Okay, so Tarot de la Nuit, yes, a big yes. If you find yourself vibing to it, I would say it's worth spending the money. And I'm looking at that. Check this out. Check this out. My kind of alabaster, I think this is some kind of agate, but it just glows. It glows so well, and it's making my crystal light up. I'm just really excited about that. You know, cheap thrills. I'm easily amused. What can I say? You know me. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for your donations. They really help me keep the keep the addiction going. And if you have a comment, please comment below. I will respond to you. And if you feel like donating, I won't say you no. I won't. I shan't. All right. Thanks a lot, you guys. I will be back on Wednesday with an Oracle night where I will do readings for the signs, and I'm going to start picking different decks to do that with. So I hope to see you at 8:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday evening, and then on Friday for an Oracle unboxing. Until then, please stay safe. Please wear your masks. Black lives matter. They always have. They always will. It's time we start acting like it. Let's reclaim our country, folks. I'll see you on Wednesday. This is the Zen Witch. Blessed be.